Imagine this. Over 2.6 million years ago, in the heart of southwestern Kenya, our ancient human relatives were already mastering the art of toolmaking. They crafted an array of stone tools, collectively known as the Oldowan toolkit, to pound plant material and butcher large prey like hippopotamuses. But here's where it gets controversial. These tools weren't just made from any old rocks. They were crafted from special stone materials collected up to 8 miles away, according to groundbreaking research led by scientists from the Smithsonian's National Museum of Natural History, Cleveland Museum of Natural History, and Queens College. This discovery, published in the journal Science Advances, pushes back the earliest known evidence of ancient humans transporting resources over long distances by a staggering 600,000 years. Rick Potts, the senior author of the study and the National Museum of Natural History's Peter Buck Chair of Human Origins, emphasizes that the real innovation of the Oldowan toolkit might not be the tools themselves, but the transport of resources from one place to another. The knowledge and intent to bring stone material to rich food sources was apparently an integral part of toolmaking behavior at the outset of the Oldowan, Potts explains. This insight sheds light on the cognitive abilities of our early ancestors, suggesting they had the foresight to plan and the mental capacity to map their environment. Emma Finestone, the Robert J. and Lynette E. Fritz Endowed Chair of Human Origins at the Cleveland Museum of Natural History, led the study. Alongside Potts and several colleagues, she analyzed stone tools uncovered on Kenya's Homer Peninsula, a fossil-rich region jutting out into the eastern margins of Lake Victoria. Potts thus surveyed the region's fossil sites in 1985 and has since worked closely with colleagues at the National Museums of Kenya to excavate the area's gullies as part of the ongoing Homer Peninsula Paleoanthropology project. Finestone joined the project in 2012, focusing on reconstructing hominin tool behavior and understanding how toolmakers moved around the landscape. One of the peninsula's most significant sites is Nyanga, which contains archaeological finds dating back some 3 million years. Recent excavations yielded a trove of stone tools and hundreds of butchered hippopotamus bones. In a 2023 paper, Plummer, Potts, Finestone, and their colleagues posited that these bones represent the oldest known evidence of ancient hominins using stone tools to butcher large animals. Hominins were using stone tools for a variety of pounding and cutting tasks, including processing plant and animal foods and working wood, Plummer said. The diversity of activities that used stone tools suggests that, even at this early stage of cultural development, stone tools enhanced the adaptability of the hominins using them. The development of the Oldowan toolkit made it possible for early humans to consume large prey. Around 3 million years ago, ancient hominins began refining their toolmaking, using hammerstones to strike stone cores and create sharp-edged flakes. By pounding, slicing, and scraping, these stone tools could process and refine a greater variety of plant and animal materials. Finding the right rocks was vital. Oldowan tools needed to be fashioned from stones that were strong yet brittle enough to easily flake. However, the local rocks at Nyanga are relatively soft and would produce cutting tools that would quickly dull and pounding tools that would be more likely to shatter. Like using a flimsy plastic knife trying to cut through a well-done steak, these stones would have been of little use for pounding tough plants or breaking animal bones. As a result, hominins at Nyanga appear to have brought in stronger stones from other areas. The researchers analyzed the geochemistry of hundreds of stone cores and flakes found at Nyanga that date back at least 2.6 million years. They discovered that these tools were crafted from volcanic rocks like rhyolite and metamorphic rocks like quartzite. The scientists surveyed local geology and discovered that these rock types were common in drainage basins several miles east of the Homer Peninsula. According to Finestone, Nyanga stones are significantly older than other known examples of ancient stone transport. Previously, It's surprising because the Nyanga assemblage is early in the Oldowan, and we previously thought that longer transport distances may have been related to changes that happened in our more recent evolutionary history, she said. The distance ancient hominins traveled for stones analyzed in this study is also noteworthy. While many non-human primates carry food and rocks, they only utilize materials that are nearby. Some, like chimpanzees, are known to transport stones over short distances. But the hominins at Nyanga appear to have consistently procured material from over 6 miles away. The ability to transport resources is a major milestone in human evolution. According to Potts, it exhibits ancient hominins' ability to plan ahead and assess the requirements for processing food. It also illustrates an ability to mentally map their environment and remember locations with high-quality rocks. Mental maps of the oldest known hominins to persistently make stone tools well surpass their immediate surroundings, even surpassing a few miles, Potts said. Once ancient hominins brought their lithic haul back to Nyanga, they fashioned the stones into flakes and cores. But the identity of these toolmakers remains elusive. At the oldest hippo butchery site, the team discovered a molar tooth from a hominin in the genus Paranthropus, a group that sported strong skulls and teeth to grind tough material. Another Paranthropus tooth was found nearby on the surface of the same geological bed. The existence of Paranthropus teeth alongside Oldowan stone tools hints that these hominins may have used stone tools like their close evolutionary relatives in the genus Homo. However, the case is far from closed. Unless you find a hominin fossil actually holding a tool, you won't be able to say definitively which species are making which stone tool assemblages, Feinstein said. But I think that the research at Nyanga suggests that there is a greater diversity of hominins making early stone tools than previously thought. The artifacts at Nyanga also underscore that ancient humans have transported raw materials to fuel technological innovations for millions of years. Humans have always relied on tools to solve adaptive challenges, Feinstein said. By understanding how this relationship began, we can better see our connection to it today, especially as we face new challenges in a world shaped by technology. And this is the part most people miss. The implications of this discovery go beyond just understanding our past. It raises questions about the cognitive abilities of our early ancestors and how they adapted to their environment. So what do you think? Could this discovery change our understanding of human evolution? Let's discuss in the comments.